Northwest Mansion Mystery is about the Northwest Mansion being haunted and them calling in Dipper to save the day and remove the ghost. Which begs the question, why was it called Northwest Mansion Mystery? It wasn't really a mystery so much as a ghost hunt. Oh well, nitpicks, it's a cool title, moving on. This episode is another fine example of Season 2's great job at character development. We've been getting a lot of episodes this season dedicated to underdeveloped characters from Season 1. Into the Bunker with Wendy, The Gulf War with Pacifica, Susan the Real Girl, and Blendon's Game with Seuss, The Love God with Robbie, and so on. But out of all those, I'd say this one was my favorite. Yeah, sorry Blendon's Game, but this one gets the favorite episode spot. But what is it about this episode that made it my new favorite? Well, first of all, it tested a lot of boundaries when it comes to what a kid's show is and isn't allowed to do. Lesbian couple and the love god? Nope, not okay. Blood pouring out of the mouths, eyes, ears, and pretty much any other escapable hole of mounted animal heads, which are chanting, by the way, while an undead creature is being summoned to Earth, on top of which he has literally, I am not kidding you here, an axe sticking out of the front of his skull as he was killed by an impalement. That is so totally okay with the mouse over here. But a lot of it has to do with the fact that I think this episode really has done the best job at character development this season. But maybe that's just because Pacifica's story is just a really interesting one. It goes into how she became the snotty B-word we saw in Season 1, picking on Mabel because she could. It explains her predicament so that it doesn't make any of her past actions okay, but so that we have an explanation for why she was driven to such actions, and in the process you learn to sympathize for her. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out why this episode was called Northwest Mansion Mystery, see the beginning of this video for an example, as it was always pretty clear that it was a ghost hunting story. But lately I've come to wonder if the real mystery is, as Dipper put it,
why are you so afraid of your parents?
This episode brings a lot to the table about Pacifica as a character, and believe me, it is much appreciated. She and Dipper, surprisingly enough, have a really great chemistry in this episode, and it leads me to wonder if they'll be friends after this. I know a lot of people are, quote-unquote, shipping them now, but I'd like to respond to this with a quote from Alex Hirsch himself. 12-year-olds shouldn't focus on romance. They should focus on Pokemon and Pop-Tarts. But Teenage Dipper and Pacifica? Now that I can get behind. I'm Sarah, I'm a nerd, and I think Dipper and Pacifica should be the next Ghostbusters. Just saying.
Don't care how, I want it now.